Hello and welcome to a new video. So this past weekend we have had a bank holiday. So without further ado, let's take you on a 3-day weekend with me. Let's go. And even though it's a bank holiday weekend, the day still starts the same, with Blue scratching down my bedroom door. Morning, Blue.
Treats and breakfast, please, Mum.
And so with that, I got myself up, went downstairs, fed him his breakfast and gave him his medicine and then let him out. And it's been a week on and I still haven't managed to tackle my lounge. So this morning's job is tackle the lounge. Let's do this. So I've finally cleared the sofa on the left and the sofa on the right has a basket of clothes which I'm about to take upstairs. Now I have got to do my coffee table right there, but I will do that later. And yes, there is a pile of shredding of papers to do. I'll do that when I get half a chance. But yeah, lounge is looking a little bit better. And then I got in my car and headed down to Rickmansworth to go and run a few errands. And I also decided to go into the Penny V pub, Wetherspoons, and go and get myself a small breakfast. It was yummy. It's something I don't do that often because I'm trying to cut down and be a bit more healthier. But anyway, it was nice all the same. And then I sat there and actually finished off just editing. Well, actually, I just did the thumbnail to my day trip to London video. And the good thing about the pub is that when you buy yourself your cup of coffee for the day, you also get to have free refills. So I actually got myself a hot chocolate. I then put my earbuds in and then I just sat there and watched the previous video that I uploaded to this one and just made sure that everything was in place. That way, once I got home, I could upload it using my own Wi-Fi, and yeah, that's what I did. And then I headed back to my car, but not before stopping and taking a photo of this lovely, beautiful pub with all the flowers. And then once home, I put myself together the slow cooker. Now I decided to really fill it to the brim so that I could get enough meals out of it so that when it comes to having my operation on my teeth, I will have some in the freezer ready to go. Then I put the laundry basket of clothes away, and as I was in my bedroom, I went round and picked up stuff that didn't belong in the bedroom and brought it all back down again. Well, I may as well, seeing as the basket lives in the cupboard under the stairs. And then I went outside and brought my washing in from the line. Now, I did actually put this on the line before I went out and do my errands and Ricky, but I forgot to take a photo. I then sorted out the laundry basket of clothes and put stuff in the dryer and stuff that didn't need to go in the dryer on the sofa for me to sort. Now, everything was actually air dried in just that short amount of time. However, I still like to put it in the dryer and soften the clothes. And yes, your eyes are not deceiving you. That's one empty laundry basket because yes, I put the clothes away in my wardrobe. Hurrah! And then later that evening, I decided to go outside and do a little bit of gardening because, well, I was getting tired and I needed to go and do something. And this plane flew over. No idea what type of plane it was, though. And that was half a brown garden bin full up. Now, this citrus bush looks really bare now. However, it will come back better next year. There you have it. That's my dinner. I know it doesn't look that appetising because I've just dumped the mashed potato on the top because I cooked it separately. But I did add a lot of liquid to this so that it'll be easier to blend down when I go for surgery to have my wisdom teeth removed. So, yeah. It was time to settle down on the sofa and have snuggles with Blue. And once Blue decided that he'd had enough of my lap, he went and snuggled down on his side of the sofa and I headed up to bed. So once again, Blue had me up quite early, so I decided to use this to my advantage and get the bed stripped. Making my duvet up, this lump appeared. Hi, Blue. Hey, boy. Yeah? I'm just making it up so you can sleep on my bed. I am. I'm trying to. I think he approves of the nice clean bedding. So I then put the bedding I'd just taken off and put in the washing machine. And then I got my microphone all ready for later when I did some filming outside. Now, let me tell you, it took 3 attempts to film the feature that I needed to film. The first one, a plane went across the sky. The second one, a whole load of red kites were making a hell of a racket. And then the third one, I finally got it just before a plane went over. But hopefully the little feature we recorded will appear on Gardener's World either this season or on to next season. And here we are with the sunflowers that we were making a recording of. And because it was lovely and sunny outside, my washing dried on the line really quickly, so I brought it in. After being outside in the sun, being hot, I decided to make myself a milkshake. So I had some Belgian chocolate milkshake, so I've used that instead of milk. And then I used my caramel frappe flavoured chocolate granules. And it's yummy. I've added some ice in there as well. So yeah. Nice. Yeah. So needed that. And then it was time to get back in the car and head to Watford because I needed to go to Pets at Home and get Blue some more You Move supplements. Unfortunately, I didn't realise until this morning when I went to use the last one up that I had no more in the cupboard. And as HomeSense was right next door to Pets at Home, I decided to go and have a little browse. And if you hadn't realised already, we're going into Halloween season, so of course all the black cat ornaments are out in stores. If you like your cushions, you can get a Stitch Halloween one. And I was so tempted in buying this Winnie the Pooh cushion, but I decided not to. Mainly because I have no place to store any cushions out of season. Sorry, Pooh Bear, but you looked so cute. Now, I didn't see this Halloween mug a few weeks ago when I was in the store, so this must be a new line that's just come out. And then it was over to Hobbycraft because I wanted to get a deep box frame. And look at these little Halloween decor items. Oh, they actually did black cat ones too. And this is what I came in store for. However, I think it's a little bit on the big side, so I might have to return it and go for the smaller one. And well, it would be rude not to pop in because I was going to have to drive past it. So it was a very quick look round as it was only going to be open until 4 p.m, but also there was a couple of other shops I wanted to go to. And over here in the UK, we have something called a Sunday trading law. So you can open shops on a Sunday from about 10:30 or 11 until 4 p.m. in the afternoon. Okay, a duck dressed in a Tigger suit. Right. So this is the new Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse Halloween throw that I bought today. Oh wow, I've just noticed one of my marigolds. Look at the colour of that. Amazing. I'm just down at my dad and my brother's house, and many years ago I put this bush in when I did their gardening, but unfortunately it's really taken over and it needs a prune. So before it gets pruned, I am actually going to take a few cuttings of it. So I got a bit of it at my own house. So yeah, let's get a few cuttings. Cuttings secured in a plastic polythene bag, ready to put on. And whilst I was at my dad and my brother's house, I actually put the throw in the washing machine. So here it is on the line, drying. Right, let's give this border a quick tidy up. Now, it was a bit of a fail this year with my peas. So I have done some weeding and I have added some of the strolch down here. I've only got up to here. 1, it's 7:45 and I haven't had any dinner. And 2, it's actually getting a little bit nippy out here now. So, yep, that's as far as I've got. But at least I've made a start. That's all the weeding I've done. Yep, half a bag of weeding. And as I say, it was time to come in, get Blue his meal and do mine too. So for tonight's dinner, I'm going to do myself a chicken stir fry. Now it's 2 chicken breast fillets. I'm going to cut one in half and in half again. I have some of that left over tomorrow. I got a katsu stir fry sauce, and obviously I've got some egg noodles, and I will probably add some, which is what I normally do, lemon herb seasoning to the chicken as well to give it a bit more flavour. Right, let's cook this. Whilst the stir fry is cooking, I have just started unloading the dishwasher because, yeah, you haven't seen my kitchen for a little while. Oops. Right, let's unload this, cook this. Multitasking doesn't always work, but I'm trying. Now that's looking good. Right, let's go and eat this. It might be gone 11 p.m. in the evening, but all of that stuff has to go in there, and this is a bit of a mess, so let's do a quick tidy out of the cupboard. And there you have it. Okay, I've just noticed I do need to clean up the slow cooker, but never mind. That top shelf is looking a lot better, and that shelf is looking a lot better. Right, on with the next job, and that's putting last night's meal into the baggies and actually putting in the freezer so I don't waste it. Let's do this. Okay, that's a lot better. Not perfect, but better. Right, now I can head to bed. It's gone 11:30 p.m.
Nap, nap, Blue. Sleep tight. See you in the morning.
And I read a chapter or two of this book.
Wakey, wakey, rise and shine, Mummy. Come on, Mum, up you get.
And so with that, I got Blue his breakfast, and then I put my bedding in the dryer. Unfortunately, I couldn't fit my blanket in there, so that'll have to wait for another time. And then I finally got myself my breakfast. And once the bedding was done in the dryer, I folded it all up and put it inside its pillowcase. And as I knew it was going to be a lovely sunny day, I decided to book a ticket for an outing. This included a nice little walk along the canal towpath. And I passed this canal boat called Happy Days. And eventually I got this lovely photo from the canal bridge. And this is where I'm heading to, Cassiobury Farm. Now, if you've seen my channel before, you will know I've been here a few times. However, they only open on certain days. And there was a big group of pelicans on the lake. What was really sweet was this little girl was counting every single one of them. However, she counted 8. And then she recounted and worked out there were 9. It was so sweet. Now, obviously, I'm not going to show you every single animal that I saw at the farm because, well, you're going to have to wait for the next video because I'll put them all in there. So here is a sneak peek of some of the animals that I saw, and I'm very lucky to have seen a red panda. However, because of the heat and it was very hot that day, I decided to go and get myself an ice cream and head home. Now, I must admit, I've been to this farm for many a year, so I've seen quite a lot of the animals there already. So yeah, I decided it was time to head home. And as I say, I didn't see all the animals there this time because, well, I've been going for so many years that it was like, no, I've seen them all. However, the next day I got a surprising email saying that they will be closing to the public after opening for the last 10 years. And then actually, once home, I started taking a look at all the photos and videos I'd taken from the farm. And then I started putting this video together too. And of course, I had Snuggles with Blue on my bed as I relaxed and put my feet up. What are you after? You want another treaty? Do you want another treat-o? Yes, you do, don't you? You want another treat. And I must admit, I didn't really do much for the rest of the afternoon because it was just so hot and I just needed to decompress from being at the farm. But also, I know that sometimes I just have to put my feet up and relax. And so, with that, I will see you in the next video. Bye!